Brothers and sisters, let's rise and welcome up with a big round of applause, Jamille Board.
It's green. Okay. Whoa. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Isn't Sarah such a wonderful? Such a great MC. I just want to first be Memorial Day, right, to all of the wonderful veterans and people that contributed to us being free in America. Such a blessing. So I'm going to try my best not to cry, but that Bible verse always really gets to me. But, so my name is Jamille Borer. I spelled it out phonetically too, because a lot of people get it wrong, but it's Jamille, for real, no, Borer. But I want to talk to you today about unconditional love, or my experience with unconditional love. So I'll start first by sharing a little bit about myself. So I am an offering child. I don't know if anyone here is an offering child or maybe has experienced giving an offering child. It's such a unique feature of our movement that I don't think is talked about enough. Such an incredible miracle that happens. But this was me as a baby. I didn't have much hair, so my mom had to tape that bow on my head. I was very bald, but then I grew hair, obviously. So that's me when I graduated undergrad from SUNY New Paltz. And my parents, they're so wonderful. I miss them so much. They had a dream about me before I was born that they were going to get a baby, but the baby didn't have blue eyes. They both have blue eyes, so they're very confused. But little did they know God had something else in store for them, which was me. So, and this is my birth family, kind of a silly picture, but the Desautels family offered me to the Borer family, James and Lucille Borer, those are my parents, but this is Beth and Clofa Desautels, and I have 4 sisters and 1 brother and 4 nephews and 1 niece, and a sister-in-law and 2 brothers-in-law, so it's just a nice bonus family that I get. So special. So I'm going to share it's kind of a paraphrased quote. I don't know who said this to Pastor George, but I'm going to give him credit because he said it to me. But it was something like, being a blessed child is like growing up and being told your whole life that you are hilarious. And then you get out into the world and no one thinks you're funny. No one's laughing at your jokes. I was raised to believe that I'm blessed. I'm a second generation. I am born without original sin. I am, the cream of the crop by a different root to me. But I never really grasped that because I compared I had other friends that weren't in the church, and I saw bullying and lying and manipulation in and out of the church. I felt like I don't seem that different. I don't feel any different than anyone else. What makes me so special? I didn't really understand or grasp that. So it was about when I was 12 years old that I remember I was in Sunday school. I don't remember what was being talked about, but I had this thought that this is not the truth. This is not the Messiah. I don't believe this. I don't want to be a part of this. It's weird. I'm not even Korean. Why are we doing all this stuff? And I didn't want to be a part of it. I decided when I was 12. So I really was very ignorant and I didn't understand much about the church, but I decided then that this wasn't for me. So this is a funny comic I found online. It's a psychic giving a reading, and she's telling me, you're living a double life, that's going to be extra. So I lived a double life. I, was a good, well-to-do girl on the outside and keeping up appearances, but in my independent life, at night and on the weekend, I would go out and party and drink and do drugs with my friends and date and kind of did what I wanted to. And it's a very glamorized lifestyle. It seems so cool and fun to be, rebellious, but it ended up taking its toll on me. But despite that, at some point I told my parents that, I don't want to get matched and blessed. I don't want to be in this church. I don't believe in this. And they respected that. They said, okay, that's fine. We still love you. That's fine. That's okay. You can make your choices. Which was, like, okay, wow, I can share myself with you still. You won't shun me, But eventually that lifestyle took its toll on me. I just was very sick and tired all the time. Very depressed. Just not really getting what I wanted out of that lifestyle. It's, like I said, it seems so glamorous and wonderful and party like a rock star. That's kind of what you see on the media. It seems so wonderful, but it wasn't really getting me what I wanted. And I always had that goal inside that I wanted to have a family and get married and do that whole thing, but drinking and getting high and hanging out in bars was not a way that I was going to meet a husband and develop a family. It just doesn't happen like that. So I really needed to try something else. So I actually got an invite from a good friend of mine, Vanessa. Vanessa is my friend of like 13 years. She's sticking out her tongue with her cat in this picture. And that's Susan, Susan up here, my LA mama. I live with Vanessa and Susan in their home in Southgate. that was in Trader Joe's. And there's a picture of a cow surfing. Yeah, it's so Susan. She had to pose for that picture because she's a surfer girl and she loves cows. And she's wearing her pink hat. That's the epitome of Susan in that picture. But yeah, my friend Vanessa, she invited me, hey, why don't you come live with me and my mom in LA? And I was done with school. I graduated from Hunter College in Manhattan. And I decided, I don't want to live in the city anymore. It kind of smells like garbage, and it's always snowing or raining. I don't really like it there. So I decided to move to LA. I'll get some sunshine, I'll learn how to surf, maybe, and go to the beach. I'll try the city. Maybe I'll tread a new path, tread a new trail. So I decided to give it a try. But before I went to LA, I spent a month with my parents in Pennsylvania. And, just get some quality time in, in New York, I was a train ride away, but if I go to LA, I'm like a flight away, so I wanted to get some quality time in. And then one day my dad asked me, do you want to can we do Divine Principle Study together? And I said, okay, I guess. It was something that I rejected for a long time. When I was 12 and didn't really know anything, I said, I kind of threw that out. But at this point, I figured, well, I've never really read it, so I shouldn't just reject something that I haven't even read for myself. It's not exactly, a huge novel. It's a pretty short book. You can just read the red and green parts, or red and blue parts, and get the point. So we started this diagram manual. It's got the red and blue parts and pretty little diagrams. And we started Divine Principle Study together. And then I went ahead and I read the rest of it by myself because it was compelling, and I figured, okay, I can finish this pretty quickly. And it really hit me like a ton of bricks. As Peter Chen has said, I had a pang of my conscience. It really struck me. First, I was woke. I just learned something about the universe and about God and about my purpose that was really awakening and really answered all my questions that I, just thought of in studying psychology and philosophy and, sort of dismissing religion kind of right off the bat, which is not really fair. But then, after being woke, I really felt remorse. A lot of remorse, and felt really, really guilty and just so stupid that I had this gift, I had this blessing that I was given right under my nose that my parents worked really hard for, that people literally died for. People literally died for this truth, and I just threw it out as, I don't want to be a part of this Korean cult, no thanks. And I didn't really even give it a chance. So I felt like I squandered my blessing. I squandered my inheritance on wild living. And I was very selfish. Felt really bad. But my dad, he likes to take us to Jamille's buffet. It's very cheap, and you get to eat a lot of food. So he took us to Chinese buffet, and I thank you. Should have prepared a tissue. I knew this would make me emotional. But of course, they give you a fortune cookie, and my fortune said, no matter what your past has been, you have a spotless future.
Wow, amen.
I think that fortune cookie literally came from heaven. It was just too perfectly timed to get that fortune cookie after reading the DP and just crying and repenting to God in my prayers. And then I get that, and I'm just like, whoa. You forgive me? You forgive me after all of that? After forgetting about you for so long? And I shared that with my parents, and of course they were so, oh, that's so great, we're so happy, But their love for me really never changed.
Amen.
Their love for me was never different, whether I believed or didn't believe, had a boyfriend, didn't,
Yes.
ran off to wherever or didn't. It didn't matter. They were glad, of course, that I shared in their belief now, but it didn't matter. I was always an angel to them. I was always golden. They always saw my true value.
Amen.
Which they told me throughout my life, you can tell us anything, we will never judge you, we will never reject you, we love you always, and my dad would say, very lovingly, even if I have to visit you in jail, Jamille, I will never stop loving you. At the time, I'm like, okay, gee, thanks, Dad. I think I'm going to jail. But really, if you know him, it's very sweet. Very sweet that he always would love me. And it's true, turns out they did. They held true to their word. They put their money where their mouth was. They really did love me, always. And I just want to share some of Father's words that relate to this, that I think my dad must have read. Parents deeply suffer if their child makes a grave mistake, perhaps becoming a criminal, but that does not break or lessen the love of the parents. They find themselves giving out more compassion, love, and sympathy, and feeling even greater anxiety for their child in jail. That is the heart of the parent. If their child is sentenced to death, the parents would not say, you deserve your death because you committed such a terrible crime. They will never curse, but desperately search, even up until the last minute, willing to do anything to save their child's life. The parent has the heart of forgiveness. That is unconditional love. If the heart of human parents reacts in such a way to their children, then do you think that God, the parent of mankind, would be any different? No, his heart reaches far beyond this. God is the parent of all parents. The love of God surpasses the feeling of all parents of the world. It is only his forgiveness, the giving and unconditional love of God, our parent, that can pull all peoples of the world into unity. It is only through the power of the love of God that all of mankind will be brought together. This is from Belvedere, 1977. And it's so true. So my parents and God and true parents really truly did. They loved me without any conditions, requirements, caveats, expectations, or a contingency. Without that sort of foundation, I never would have considered saying yes to my dad. I never would have given it a second thought. Right? I respected him because he was true to his love for me and his promise. Right? My parents both were true to the love that they gave me. They loved me always, through it all. So I was able to give it a try. But if I didn't have that, I never would have even considered it. I would have rejected it again, like I did when I was 12, ignorantly. So I think with that kind of love, it may just help them find their way back home. Help me find my way back home. That's why I love that Country Road song. It really reminds me of coming back home. And, the picture of the rainbow, the rainbow from Noah's Ark, or from the time of Noah, that was God's promise. I will never again destroy the earth because of the condition you made, Noah. That's what the rainbow really means. And I didn't find this until later, but actually some of True Mother's words that also speak to this. She said, "Be patient and wait. The period when children wander is only temporary. No matter what they do, embrace them, love them, and wait for them. Children will always return to the love of their parents." And that's exactly what I did. So my eyes are leaking, but that's all I got. So thank you for listening.
Seated. That's why I'm always so inspired about this sister because I learned so much from her. She's been in LA, not for that long, but I already learned so much. And as a parent, I better do a better job to be more conditional towards a child. But it's a long process. But thank you so much, Jamille. It's amazing. Thank you. And now, brothers and sisters, time for a peer share. Turn to your neighbor, say hi, and please share some of your reflection from this morning's talk.